Alright, welcome back, females and baddies. So today we're gonna... Oh, where's all the wood? Huh. Well, that is not spectacular there. So I went off I went off certain mods, went off the last beta version, and we got back on, and here we are now. I'm not sure where it actually left us off here, but it seems like all the trees over here are gone, so fuck me in that one, so that's fun. And it seems like a lot of the trees are gone, so yeah, that's going to be a fun word to work with. So we're going to have to possibly regrow all these guys back. Anyway, so today is going to be just logistics. Okay, so we're at year 400, so I think these weren't supposed to disappear. So today we're going to be focusing on just the logistics video. So I wanted to do this one just in case there is like a little issue that I would possibly run into in the up and coming weeks. And this is the day because I'm going to be working in total 6 days in a row. I just finished my 7th tonight because I picked up a night shift at a different store. Goodbye, Susan. Have a good time in Florida. She was pretty chill. Anyway, we're going to be working on logistics, and my first one is what I'm going to mainly focus on right now is defenses, mainly in these dock areas. Someone did mention gates. I'm not going to do gates. I don't want to deal with the ogres because sometimes they go for the gates, but they don't always go for the gates and they go for the walls. So if I do gates at all, we're definitely going to have to increase our wall size by at least 3 times, just so we can get the amount of ogres that would spawn with the correlation of Vikings. So it's going to be a pain, so I might not do that at all, but if I do, you know the plan in the future. So I have a plan to make a secondary defense and just make the moat a little bit bigger in the back. We're not going to get rid of this guy. This one, it's never going to leave. Rip those guys. Anyway, and we're going to do the same thing over here. Most likely we'll fix this up and try to make something that works and maybe even make it a little better. So, and then on top of while doing those 2 defenses and playing around, seeing what works and what doesn't work, I'm going to reorganize this area over here. So this left-hand area was at the beginning of the game and it just kind of is meh, you know? It doesn't look good. I want to fix it up so we can actually get something going. Of course, fix up the farmland over here. Do we need the 2 stones? I don't think so, because we don't really do much with it nowadays. I think we're set with 1, but we'll have to wait and see what I do. So I'm definitely going to work on this area over here. Not farmland, defense over here, and then also work with just moving resources around. For example, the wood over here, most likely we'll move it up over here so it's out of the way, and we can do other things down here, and just overall just fix, like, you know, food supply, like, you know, these little farms are here, see if we can do anything with that, and yeah, we'll just see what we can get done logistics wise. Okay, so this is going on pretty well. So I don't know if it's just because of their placement or what's going on, but as you can see, the dragons are going pretty crazy over here. So my plan for over here, I raised all walls up by 1, and I'm going to add or additional water space so that they would take a longer time to get over here. So not only the dragons, you know, can have a longer time shooting at them in all in one clustered space, but gives the archers a chance to really dig in there. And as you can see, it seems like they're trying to attack the walls, and that's actually a good thing. You know, it's not that bad actually. Really is pushing them back and really making them, you know, try to think of different ways to get at us. So if I can increase the walls even more, that'd be pretty good. I want to make possibly 2 layers of walls, and of course increase this wall length again, or not length, but the wall height, and they're going back. Good. And this was a really good defense, so we're really good on that one. So I am taking part or not taking part, I am paying attention to who needs food and where, and of course this area over here needs food, but it seems like it's actually fixing itself as well. So I'm just going around seeing what needs it. So I'm also trying to put small markets here and there. Definitely over here, I need to really work on that one, which is gonna suck, but it has to be done eventually. This place is looking pretty slick, though. I'm pretty happy with that. Why am I still buying things? To be honest, I don't even need to buy things down there. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to be working on this defense over here, and then I'm going to be working on, if the clouds want to get out of the way, then on this one over here. But we already have archers, at least 2 on each wall so far. I want to make it at least... whenever I can, I want to make it maybe 6 on each wall, and we'll see how that goes. But this shows me that I need to start, you know, increasing the wall length over here, or wall height, I mean. Alright, so my recording crashed. That is a great sign. So we just had a Viking attack. I'm pretty much going to repeat what I said. We pretty much had a Viking attack down here. Everything went pretty well. They just stomped attacking the walls, and they went immediately for down here. And of course, the archers. I put about 6 of them on this wall. Yeah, 6 of them on this wall, and I also upgraded the wall. So, you know, we're doing pretty good there. I want to leave these... I kind of want to put these guys in the archer towers, so it looks like there's actually archers in the tower. But I might just leave them here for now. And we've already got 6 over here, and I'm working on 6 over here. And I want to move the statue, but then I also don't want to touch it at the same time. But if I move it, it's going to be over here. But I think I'm going to have to move it. Mainly for him, because then it's like, hey, guess what? We're making it so you can see the battle. We're doing good. You know, this is what you left us with. So, wait, did I put him in the right location? We'll find out. I'll switch it if I made him face the wrong way, but we did pretty good on defense. The dragon went kind of crazy. And now we're over here where I'm now working on this area, and I kind of want to take advantage of how the villagers have a specific pathing in corners. I want to maybe block this off and move it over here, like what I did over there on the left-hand side. And just make a nice little walkway over here so Vikings are forced to go down this way, and then we can add more defenses and then also archers, and it will be a longer time for them to get to point A to point B, and then that would really help us out. And then it gives them another direction, either go left, face the knights, or go right, and those more likely towers over there, and you're going to be met with 2 ballista towers, so have fun with that. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is block this off and put a corner here, but of course keep these 2 archer. Well, I'm going to put another one down there, and you know, of course extend this out and add another one. And I almost forgot, so I am making a what was it, what is that tower called? Great fire placement. So I never really actually use those towers. I don't really feel the worth in them. They're like one shot and they're done. But with how clustered they are, I feel like it would be pretty good to use it and just say I have it, because I know someone's going to be like, oh, Greek fire placements are one of the best towers. And I'll be like, really though? So, you know, I'm just going to place it there just so, you know, we can just have it. And of course I'm working more on down up over here, because I am really trying to lock in and see what is the best place. And then also I have a nice little bathhouse that is going right through the theater, so you know, the people in this theater are going to be like, wow, I hate my government, look at what they've done. Alright, so we got another attacking wave, so as we can see here, wow, that is just devastating right up that line. Alright, so this is doing really good. Those archers are... How are you almost dead? What? Oh, the dragons. Oh, are they not happy? What's going on here? No, they're pretty happy. Not... Yeah, so I guess I'll just assume that was friendly fire. Yeah, so let's see over here. So they're going up over this way, and this is going to be quite interesting. But yeah, so they're going to be going up over this way, but it seems like a lot of them are going to go down. Oh my god, 54 Vikings. Okay, or just the boats alone. All right, and they're shooting them on the way back, so that's fine. Wow, okay. Yeah, all right. So we are losing some people due to that, but we should be good. So I'm curious how this is going to turn out, because we have our archers on the walls, and we have this bad boy set up. And then, are they... How are they... Are they actually using the corner, though? Some of them are... Oh, yep, they're actually using the corner. Okay, so that works really well in my favor. So let's see how this goes, if they can even land their boats, because a lot of them did go down, and they're still going down before they can even land, which is really cool, funny, actually enough. Oh. Okay. Okay. Wow, okay, we're sniping a lot of them. We would barely have enough time to see if it works. So they're going up. Are they trying to attack that wall? Oh, they are. Okay. So we kind of have an attacking point here. Okay. So this is very interesting. All right. So what that tells me is we need to upgrade this thing, or at least maybe a little bit. Yeah, so I'm going to actually raise these guys up by at least one more wall, since they're still trying to go for this corner. So I think what we should do is actually... Nah... Yeah, I'm going to leave it as it is, because it might be a good attacking point, might lure the Vikings over, since our defense over on this side is really good, it seems like, if they spawn on the left or the right-hand side, and then once they even get here, so they have to deal with this, so they may just attack a wall. So I'm going to try to upgrade the walls and see if that does it, and then I'm also going to do some little cherry picking on the walls too. This guy is just pretty much like, wow, friendly fire really hit that guy hard. Alright, so I've been working and also letting things go. So I've been working on the walls over here, had to really take a step back and really readjust things. So we didn't have a lot of plagues here, so I did have to go around and also kind of restructure some of the buildings so that we have more hospitals. So one particular year we had over 1,000 plague nets, so, and then the year after that was 888, and then all of a sudden we just had like a recent 300, I think. So it's kind of weird if it wants to do it or not. I think it just gets overwhelmed with just the population, so there's no real winning when it comes to, you know, the plague. It's just pretty much, you know, how well can you handle the bodies after. So that is what I'm dealing with mainly, because I was like, oh, I let me refix everything, and I did that, and we still had a lot of death, so that was interesting. So I did fix up over here. It looks a lot better. I made it so the warehouses are a little better looking and out of the way, and we can introduce more food. We have this all clustered together. Should have maybe put it over here on the corner, but I allowed it so we could even put more if we need it, but it looks like we're fine. And I did have to readjust my food because we were in a net loss, and I fixed that before it went completely zero. And yeah, so I put a little bit more farms down and stuff like that, and also added more granaries, so hopefully that fixes that. So defense over here is all good, and now I have the defense over here that is also all good. Now I am having a problem. I did make more archers. The dragons are still clapping their butt cheeks, so that's not really fun at all. So I think what I'm going to do now is also start increasing my defenses, mainly my wall area, and then also I might add more ballistas inside the walls, because one dragon did get by, but it wasn't really anything too crazy. Now, food wise, we're doing good too. I might want to start, you know, maybe fruits and fish, stuff like that. Well, fruits and meat. Okay, so that is something I'm going to work on. And then I'm also going to try to work on more taverns and libraries, and also increase my overall happiness, since it is starting to fluctuate and more than negative. So that is my next goal. And we're at year 450. So halfway there, I want to, you know, at least do 500 and then get that out of the way. And then with a 300 video, which depending on how my work schedule is next week, we'll see if I can do that all in one video, or I might just do a 200 and then the very last do a 300, doing about maybe 100 years a day, so I can at least get in the end. Really depends on how things go in my work cycle right now. Okay, so another logistics thing I decided to do after, you know, one of the farms caught on fire, which was really nice. Totally didn't watch this entire farm go down, was actually look at the water irrigation system. And I'm not talking about, like, you know, from the Norias and stuff like that. I'm talking about, like, you know, the actual water, like the wells, so we can prevent fires. So thankfully with the Place Anywhere mod, you can actually place these inside of other buildings. And I decided to kind of keep these hidden and kind of just place them inside the buildings and make sure everything is well, you know, kept up. So as you can see, there's a lot of there's an area right here. A lot of the areas around here are pretty well kept up with now water, because we had a lot of fires recently, and I was like, yeah, screw it, we're gonna do this. So that's one of the things I've been working on, along with more walls. So I've been kind of slowly doing the walls here, because it does create a lot of lag on the end. But I actually want to see this defense over here, because that's going to be pretty nice. I want to see how well this goes. But it has been creating a lot of lag, so I'm kind of slowly doing this on the side and not all at once, because then that would take 10 years to do, and honestly, with all the Viking stuff going on, we may as well wait on that one. But oh wow, I'm getting a lot of lag, but as you can see, they're kind of just clustering up. So if we can take out some of the big ones like the catapults, that'd be pretty good. But I think we're starting to get overwhelmed here. But now that they're entering here, they actually might just start getting instantly shot down. I thought about adding more ballistas, but I'm deciding not to do that. I'm just gonna let them come on in here, and then if they do get to this point, which they're just gonna get shot down by the arrows, which is kind of funny actually, as you can see. And oh, we actually have a fishing hut that's down. That's actually pretty cool, the fact they're actually getting shot down before they can even get up. But it looks like they might actually start attacking the walls here. They are. Okay. I'm not going to complain about that because it gives us time to do whatever we need to. And thankfully we are lucky with the archer placement where the dragons aren't instantly killing them, which is a good thing. But as you can see, this defense is working because it kind of breaks them. I don't know why, but they honestly get stuck right here. I'm not sure where they are going. It looks like they're just stopping right here. Yeah, they like don't know what to do, so they're just kind of like standing there, or like they're just going back and forth in certain areas. So I think I might have bugged their pathing. I'm not fully sure. I don't even know what I did over here because I've seen this happen multiple times already, and it's pretty cool, you know. I did something to break their movement patterns, and I'm not going to complain about that, to be honest. But they are stealing our citizens, which kind of sucks. But okay, so they're attacking this wall, but it's not even much. Yeah, I don't even know what's going on here, but anyway, enough of that. And I also built some trees over here. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but I'm going to try to let it reclaim the land. And then once it gets to a good point, we're going to try to keep it going over here. Honestly, should have maybe just kept it a foresty area and then cut down what I needed to do. But oh well, you know. I definitely need to reinforce these guys since they did get shot by the dragon. And you know what? Screw it. We are going to place a Greek fire emplacement because why not? Doesn't hurt anyone. And they don't even go down this pathway, which is good. You know, that's really good. I don't even think I need this right here, so I might... What is on fire now? Oh, this farm. Okay, how's the water? No water. So that is what I'm talking about, is if we place a water right there, it should be good. And, oh god. Please tell me the whole thing won't catch on fire. No, okay, it won't. Perfect. Okay, so I'm witnessing a plague going on, and I think it's done. I don't think that many people died. We're going to find out really soon. 29 people, okay. 29 people in this area, so I'm not sure how that happened. But so one thing I actually thought about is starting to stack my food, since we do have that option that we could actually build on top of certain resources. I remember on Reddit someone actually building a ton of windmills, and you could just build windmills on windmills, and then one plot of land can give you like 900 food or something. It's crazy, but what's going on here? Okay, so we need to build more churches. It's going down to 42. God damn. Okay, guys. But let's actually work on that one really quick. So I've been doing this a lot too, since you have a bigger area. You have to, you know, find creative ways to do things, and one of them is just me placing buildings on top of other buildings. Maybe libraries are not the best way to do it. Well, actually, no, it would be if we just kind of build it inside of them. So let's see what area doesn't really have a library. So we can put one right here, and I'm just putting them inside buildings so it doesn't, you don't see them, but they're still getting the benefit of them. So I feel like that would be also pretty good to raise your happiness. And how are we up here? All right, so we don't have one in there, and I feel like overall my happiness will increase a good bit if we do this, and hopefully it does turn out well. But we're gonna put them right in the middle of things, and that should hold them off. I'm also on the side population kind of boosting, because I want to get it to at least over 800. We finally broke 700, over 700, I mean 7,500, which took us a while since we had a lot of plague deaths, which I took care of by just killing the weak. But overall, we're doing pretty good. Actually, I'm actually going to tithe this a little bit. Maybe that would increase. Oh, look at that. Okay, we got 100 happiness. That works out really well. I might want to increase my money. No, it might be good. How much are we making? 1,000? What if we lower it by 10? Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe we want to keep it up. Okay, so if we move it down by 10%, that's minus... That's over 2,000. Okay, that's over 2,000 we're losing a year. So 20%, we're keeping it there, because holy fuck. Alright, so we need another tavern. We're going to do the same thing again. And I actually was able to finish putting up the walls, so all the walls around us have additional health. And I kind of want to do it again, but then also we're pretty good. I'm going to be watching this over here. Sadly, we do not have the benefit of a lot of ballistas assisting us, so we're gonna have to really rely on the dragons coming in clutch here, but they're gonna be going crazy on these guys, and it seems like they're doing a good job holding them right here. Like the moment they spawn off, they're getting immediately shot, and then I think once this reloads, whenever it does, let's find out. Oh, oh, okay, is it going again? No, okay, it's... Oh, wait, no, wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. Whoops. I meant to look at that, charcoal, Greek fire placement. I can't see it. Anyway, so it looks like they're doing a good job there. We don't really have to worry about much, I don't think. Yeah, we're good. And, okay, so we need to increase our food supply, which is... not bad, actually. We've been on and off around 4,000 for a while now, so I'm fine to that. About 123 lost to exposure. That's pretty good, I want to say. I'm not really going to complain about that. Berries is pretty low, so we do need to increase that. So I think if I'm going to like stack each other, it's going to be right here on the berries. I just don't know exactly where they need to go. I could possibly look at happiness here. Let's see here. Oh, you don't have any water. Ooh, okay. Well, we're going to fix that one. There you go. And let's see what's going on here. So, let's see. Berries. Alright, so you don't have them because they're too far away. Too far away, too far away. Okay. No? Yeah, okay. So it seems like this is the place. So let's actually try to start stacking up our food. Oh, wow. It's actually going down a lot. Ooh. That is not looking good. Alright, so we're at 499, so we're literally halfway there to year 1000, which I'm so happy about because I haven't done this in literally, I think, a year. So, you know, we're going to get this one out of the way, and I'm letting my population grow. As you can see, we broke 8,500, so that's pretty good for me. And I'm just trying to do a lot of maintenance here. So what we did here as well is, like I wanted to do, we have a lot of hidden markets around here to really fix the food supply. Somehow someone died of starvation. That's interesting. Okay, interesting. Somehow we're dying of starvation, so I think I might need to make more farms in more cheeky areas. So we may have to get rid of some buildings like the church or something, or maybe expand upon. But we are doing a lot better in fruits since I did stack them like I wanted to. And I also stacked meat down here, so I might do that again later. But right now, we can't really do that with wheat, but we can do it with berries and meat. So not fishing, but just, you know, herders. I did also make an additional farm over here to help with, you know, just making food in general. I was like, Alright, and then how are we doing down here? Alright, so I did put another archer down here, but it looks like they're doing a good job holding them off. It seems like they are also attacking this building, or not building, but this tower again. I think that might just be the catapults or something, but definitely might... Oh yeah, they're starting to attack the walls here, so that isn't good. I'm gonna have to start double layering the walls here because it looks like there's a lot of damage on these guys, so... gonna definitely take a look into that. But we are also losing... yeah, we're doing pretty decent. I don't really want to lose my money again, but we're doing a decent job, I think. So yeah, with a lot of... I'm still stacking buildings on top of each other, and that is taverns and what was it, churches. And as you can see, for some reason there was a tavern here in the middle here. I don't know why, but you know what, you do, king. And I'm thinking of placing more statues to keep the happiness up. And of course I'm going to try to boost a little bit more, but we should be good on that. So we got a lot of the things out of the way that I wanted to do, which, you know, of course was my buffer video. Hopefully next week my schedule, actually no, my schedule is a lot better next week, so I will be able to do another video for about 200 years, and this time we will expand more upon our home. So hopefully we can expand up over here and get like a nice little village over here. Might even decorate this one a little bit more, focusing more on aesthetics than, you know, just overall building, just to say we did it, and use more statues since we don't really use those nowadays. And then of course maybe get like a working city, and then hopefully we can get about maybe 15,000 population. I feel like that's doable before year 1000. I forgot what my population was last time. I'm gonna have to check my old video and see. But anyway, guys, have a good one. Sorry that I had to, you know, put up another year 100 due to just work, but you know, consistency, gotta do my best, you know. So have a good one, take care, and don't die.